Friday. It's chilly out. It feels like it's officially fall, right? All right, so I'm here to do the week ahead reading for the collective. Just doing a little energy clearing first for all of us. Today is October 10th. It's the 10/10 portal. So if you're wanting to call anything in, new beginnings, endings, all that good stuff, today is a good day to do that. Coming out of our full moon energy, we had that last week, or the beginning of the week. So let me know how you guys have been doing with that, if it's been intense or not. I feel like I started out real aggressive, but I've mellowed out now. But still have that fire energy, like I want to keep it going, keep it moving. I want to get shit done, so I don't know. Let's see what we have for the week ahead. This is for the week of October 13th for the collective. And if the reading resonates with you, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It is a collective reading, so it is for a lot of energy. But if you're interested in diving in deeper on a personal one-on-one level, I do have virtual readings available. So you can go ahead and go to headspacenj.com and find a time that works for you and book it. 30-minute readings, and you can do it from anywhere. So that's that. And then I also do have a monthly subscription for readings. So you get a personal one-on-one virtual reading every month, and you get to go on and schedule that as well. So it's all according to your schedule. And that you can start and stop anytime. It's fun to see what's going on every month, check in, get some validation, get some guidance. So you can enroll in that on the website also. So if you're interested, the links are in the bio, or you can message me if you're having any difficulties. But yeah. Oh. So let's see what we have. We have extra cards today for some reason, so I don't know what they have to tell us. I guess we'll find out. I'm just doing a collective reading for the week of October 13th. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right. One more shuffle. Oh. All right. I see it's chilly out. I know, because Max is not going outside. He wants to stay in bed. He's jumped in my spot. All right. All right, so what we have for the collective for the week of October 13th is, let's see, a lot of cards they pulled, so I don't know. Must have a big message coming through. So cold. All right, so all right, so it feels like for whoever is in this collective, it definitely feels like the endings thing is a common theme. I feel like right now you are really like kind of trying to manifest some things. You're really like focusing on calling in what you're wanting, what you're needing. I feel like you're really trying to co-create with the universe, with your angels, with your guides. I feel like you're trying to connect with the universe and your guides more. I feel like you are also like maybe meditating or praying or journaling or something to that effect, that you're really trying to, you could even be just like writing things out, like researching or writing down what you're wanting, writing down a game plan, I feel like, even, but something, it's like you're really trying to put action, at least like energetic action, into what you're trying to call in. I feel like you are definitely wanting to leave anything that doesn't make you feel good anymore, anything that's unhealthy for you. It feels like there's certain things that are not resonating with you, and you're just trying to find like a new door to go through. And I think you're putting in the effort to like finding the answers, finding information, and trying to move forward. It feels like you're kind of in this like panic energy right now, maybe a little bit. Like you're really just like, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know what I'm going to do. This isn't working out the way I wanted it to, or I thought it was going to. But I feel like the universe and your guides are like, just hang on, everything's okay. Like it's all working out. You just have to remember that it's like divine timing is at play. But it does feel like you're being guided, divinely for sure in this. I feel like you just need to remember that there's plenty of abundance there for you, there for all of us. It's not a competition. So whatever it is that you're trying to call in, it doesn't, Spirit's basically saying like, don't think that there's nothing for you, basically. Like it might seem like everyone else is getting what they want and you're not getting it, or there's only one position that you're trying to get or something like that, or there's only one house or whatever. It's like there's plenty to go around. Don't worry, like there's plenty of abundance for all. And it's just they want to remind you like that you don't need to be fearful or that there is no lack or limitation. I feel like you are going to be given or supplied what it is that you're needing, wanting, looking for. I feel like you are also trying to, I don't know, I just see a lot of like future tripping going on here. Like you're really trying to figure out what your future is going to look like. And I think your guides and the universe are telling you like, that's okay, that's good. But like, don't get too stuck in the future. Don't try to plan it out. Detail for detail, like, have a vision, and feel that vision. Like they really are kind of like, just feel that energy of how you would feel, when you get what you're wanting, what you're calling in. And then, allowing the universe to kind of like fill in the details. You don't need to worry about every little detail. You just need to focus on what you're wanting to see and how it's going to make you feel when you're in it. I feel like for some of you are still struggling with acknowledging your own feelings with whatever it is that you're calling in. For some of you, I feel like there might be a little guilt, or there might be some hesitation because you're not sure. Like it almost feels like you're not sure if you really want it, but like you know that you do. It just might seem like something crazy for you or out of reach that you maybe haven't like experienced before. But it's just like, be honest with yourself and know that what you desire is like okay and coming, and like it's feasible. I think you are in the right time right now to be making this shift, and calling in what you're calling in. I think, again, it does feel like very divinely guided, and in divine timing. So I feel like for a lot of you, just making sure that you are, being mindful to focus on what you do have and not what you don't have. I know that message has been coming through the last couple of readings. But again, just like showing gratitude for what you have, doing maybe a list every day of just like even 3 things that you're grateful for. You could say it in your head while you're driving to work or whatever, doing the dishes. But just like showing gratitude, I think that's going to help to draw in or call in what you're looking for. I think you're also like, again, I think this came through in one of the last readings, but like that you do deserve to have what you want, that you do deserve to have what you're calling in, that you do deserve to have happiness, you do deserve to have, you know, whatever it is that you're calling in. It also feels like you do deserve to receive, you know, that you don't need to feel guilty for receiving. You don't need to necessarily like, you know, have to pay back or have to be indebted because, you know, you received. So that's definitely coming through. I feel like also, just like kind of staying on track, staying on the path that you're on and that you're calling in, not allowing certain things to distract you, you know, trying to keep your environment like clean is what they're saying. I don't know exactly what that means, but like, I think it's more like energetically, like don't allow for any distractions, you know, like avoiding anyone or anything that is like keeping your energy, it feels like keeping your energy clean, honestly, like making sure that you're in positive, you know, company, staying away from people that are negative, you know, that are going to kind of distract you with negative things. But I feel like you're kind of like, you know, I feel like this has been coming through too. So it's just kind of like the progression of the messages, but that you know, you've been climbing up the mountain, right? We've been climbing up this mountain. It feels like it's been friggin' forever, you know, but we're almost to the top. We can kind of see the top or feel the top. We don't really know what it looks like up there, but we know it's going to be good once we get there because the next part is like, you know, going down and it's not going to be so hard. We're not going to be, you know, killing ourselves out of breath, like trying to get up to the top of the mountain, right? And then also we know that once we get to the top of the mountain, we can take a break. We can take a rest. We can look at the view. We can enjoy everything, you know, and I feel like we're almost to the tippy top of that mountain, right? We're almost there. We're ready to freaking get there though. Like, you know, we're tired. We've been taking all the paths. We've been following the signs, you know, and now it's like, I just want to get up there and see this view and then we got to get down. So I feel like it is coming and I do see that it is coming, soon. So like you are getting to the top, you are getting close to what you're calling in. I do see for some of you, that there is like, I see that there is like a lighter, shift in your energy coming in as well. Like once you get to the top of the mountain, I do feel like there is a release. I feel like there is, you know, just this like, I don't know, like lighter energy from within. Like you're releasing bits of yourself that are no longer serving you anymore for your highest good. And I just feel like you can breathe again. You're starting to feel like you again. You're starting to see like the path ahead. You know, you're at the top of the mountain, so you can kind of see the trail going down. And it just feels like you almost have like a peace of mind as well with this. Spirit definitely wants you to know that you have all the answers within you already. I know I hate hearing that because sometimes I'm like, well, where, what, like what? Could you give me something? I need a freaking breadcrumb or something, right? And I do feel like the universe is going to be giving you a breadcrumb. I do see something coming in, some kind of information coming in, or a breadcrumb or a miracle or something. And I do feel like it's going to feel like it's coming in quick. Like it's not, I feel like even though it's something that you've been like trying to work towards and achieve or whatever, I think that all of a sudden it's just going to be like, bam, like that one thing's going to click and you're going to hear back about something. So if it's a new job, new house, even just like a relationship, I feel like if it's a relationship, it's not necessarily like just someone coming in out of the blue, but I just feel like that, like it's just going to click where maybe it's someone that you've been talking to or getting to know, and then I feel like it's just going to kind of like, you know, fall into place. And that's what it feels like. It feels like something's just going to click and fall into place. I do see you being surrounded by people that support you, that are definitely trying to help build you up, that are for your best and highest good. I see that coming through. I think you are definitely in this energy of like releasing certain parts of yourself too, like shedding some, you know, a layer of, you know, what you used to be or whatever. That's definitely coming through. I feel like you're like shedding your skin is what I keep hearing. So I feel like that is all coming through. Again, I do see like this information or this breadcrumb or this miracle coming in, and it does feel like it's going to be quick, but like when you really think about it, it's like I'm waiting for this. Like it's not really quick. I've been waiting for this, but it just feels like it's going to come out of the blue, or like something is going to like the light is going to shine, in the darkness, and you're going to see something. For some of you, I see a contract coming in, some type of a contract, whether it's, a new house, a new job, even a new partnership, whether it's business or romantic. I do see something being offered to you. So if you've been trying to call something in that effect, I think you guys will be seeing that within this next week. It does feel like it's going to be sooner than later for sure. And I think that might even be for some of you like the breadcrumb or that like information that's coming in. So yeah, I definitely see something is coming in for you that is like informative, or like, yeah, like a contract. It seems like something official. For some of you, again, it is a relationship. So I feel like this would be a relationship that, again, I feel like it's piggybacking off of the message before, but something that is there's already something established. I don't feel like this is someone just coming in new. I think this is something that's already been established. Maybe it could even be something like you met a while ago, you started talking, and then it fizzled out, and then like they kind of come back in, and then it takes form into a relationship where it starts to move forward, or that you guys have been talking and it's just kind of been slow burning, and I feel like now the next step is coming in the relationship where you're going to come together. Maybe you decide that you're gonna date exclusively, or for some of you, it could be that you've already been dating exclusively, but now like it's official, like your Facebook official. So it just feels like there's like, the next step in that, but it definitely feels like someone that you've already had a connection with, already had some type of relationship with in some capacity. I don't feel like it's someone new coming in. And I feel like it's definitely something that has strength to it. The person may also just have like a strength about them with the way that they move through life. There's just like a strength, or the actual relationship just feels like there's a strength within the relationship. And that, it does feel like, it feels like strong, it feels solid, it feels like, the work is being put into it, and it feels like it's coming on both sides. So yeah, that definitely is feeling good. As far as the contract thing that's coming through as well, in whatever capacity, and it could be in all of these things, it doesn't have to just be one. But it feels like it is part of what you've been manifesting. It feels like one of your wishes is coming through or coming to fruition. I just feel like it's very dreamy, kind of like it's something that you've been seeing in your mind, visualizing, like trying to call in, and I feel like it is going to happen. I feel like you are also going to start to see, like, once that comes in, everything's going to start to like fall into place a little bit easier. So it feels like that one breadcrumb that you're waiting for, and then I think you're going to start to see like, oh, this starts, to connect, and this happens, and this, and it's just like everything kind of like meshes in a little bit more easily than it has been in the past that you've been working up towards this point. I also feel like nature is really important for a lot of you right now, making sure that you are getting out in nature, making sure that you are connecting with nature, cleansing, grounding. I think grounding is really important for a lot of you right now. Just going to take a walk outside, taking a ride, by the beach or by the water, whatever. It just feels like that is definitely going to help to ground you and keep your energy, so that as you continue to call in everything, it's going to come through. I feel like you are definitely going through like a healing period still. I feel like this is something that you've been going through, and I feel like you're getting like the final bits of this portion of your healing, because we're doing it forever, right? So it just feels like there's certain things that are gonna like tie up loose ends with whatever it is that you've been like working on healing within yourself. I'm just gonna pull some more cards. I don't know why we have a million cards out here, but they want me to pull some more, so I'm just doing what feels right. Yeah, so that's way too many. Let's try that again. Okay, I guess not. All right. Yeah, grounding energy is definitely coming through to try and keep grounded. I definitely feel like this is definitely feeling like going back to the release, the energetic release and everything as well. Like you are definitely like being guided to stay grounded as you're calling everything in. I feel like you need to stay out of that lack mentality, stay out of that like lack energy. I feel like that's the past. That was the past you've already done that. You've already been through it. Like you need to stay out of that lack mentality, that negative thinking, that like, woe is me. Like no, that's not working anymore. Like you need to cut that out. Step into your divine feminine, divine masculine. I think in this, you're really being asked to step into your divine feminine, whether you're a man or a woman. It's just to call things in, to attract what you're wanting. So it's more of like, stepping back and allowing the universe to kind of like provide for you, right? We're not in that masculine energy where we're like, we gotta go and we gotta solve problems and we gotta, make moves. That's not the energy that is going to call this in. So it's kind of like sitting back, being graceful, being, grateful for what we have already, and like just trying to be a little bit more soft in our energy to call in what it is that we're wanting. I do see that like you again are looking for stability, you're looking for a grounded energy. I feel like you are really focusing on like building a solid foundation. It feels like for however long you've been kind of like reorganizing your life, or your life maybe reorganized itself for you. It feels like everything kind of fell apart and maybe you didn't understand it at the time. I think a lot of you now have a good understanding of like why things needed to shift in your life. And I think a lot of you do have gratitude for this opportunity to kind of rebuild and have like a fresh start. So that is definitely coming through. Back to the relationship, they threw out some more cards. With this relationship, again, it is someone that you've already been in connection with. I feel like there is definitely going to be a conversation at some point, and that is going to like lead into this more like locked in partnership and relationship. It feels like there's very even exchange of energy. I think you both, look at each other the same way. Like it's not like one is more than the other. But it's just like you both are looking at each other. You both are like offering something. And I think you both are seeing each other like in just like a very like beautiful way. Like you both see like the good in each other. You both see what the other has to offer. And I think you're both looking at each other with like the same kind of like eyes, if that makes sense, or like the same, like the same heart. So it just feels like a nice, calm, even energy within this relationship once it levels up. And I just think that both will be giving, and I think in different ways, but in ways that are going to make everything, just flow easily. I really do see a lighter energy coming in for you guys. And I do again see just like more of a community coming around you that is supportive. So I feel like you guys are really have been working on cutting out anything that's not for your highest good. And I think now the things are starting to be called in that are going to be feeling better to you. Not to say that everything's going to be perfect, right? But it's just like some of the hard work that you've been doing, some of the manifesting and the energy that you've been putting out there is definitely like starting to come into fruition, and you're going to start to see that energy switch. And so that in itself is just going to feel like amazing and a miracle. But you still have like life to live, right? There's still work, there's still healing to be done. We still got to go down the mountain. So I just feel like, but it's just, the energy is going to be lighter. It's going to be a little bit more enjoyable. I feel like whatever does come through isn't going to be so like, you know, detrimental feeling to your existence. It's just going to be like, okay, well, I got to handle that, you know, that type of energy. So yeah, that is what I have for the collective that resonates with this for October 13th, the week of, or honestly, whenever I guess it resonates with you. If you wanted to do a personal reading, I do have availability. I do 30-minute readings, and I also have a subscription, a monthly subscription that you can start and stop anytime. And that's also virtual, one-on-one, and you just get to check in every month and see what's going on with you and any guidance or validation or whatever it is that spirit has for you. And all of that can be done on the website. It's headspacenj.com, and the link is in the bio. So that's what I have for you guys. Happy Friday, have a good weekend, and I will be back on Tuesday night to do our little energy check-in. If you think of any different type of readings that you want, not just the collective, I've been playing around with doing the elemental readings, so I just do like each elemental family, or maybe we can try and do something, I don't know, where I can just focus on one topic, love or work, or I don't know, I was thinking about trying maybe doing a like a live where you could like pop on and just ask one question, and maybe I'll pull a card or two and do something like that. So let me know in the comments what you think, and if you missed any part of this, I'm going to repost it so you can watch it all weekend. All right, guys, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday.